What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and Twitch's new Trust and Safety Council is and continues to be a hilarious dumpster fire. I can't imagine appointing people who know so little about the video game community, so little about the streaming community, and then publicly touting it as if it was stunning and brave, except I suppose I'm 100% not surprised that that is exactly what Twitch has done. And newspapers or online publications like Newsweek are already coming to the defense of these safety council members who have said some truly heinous things. More and more continue to come out. And honestly, I'm not a Twitch partner, so this will be no big loss for Twitch. I just dual stream there so that people can watch me on Twitch if that's what they want. I'm strongly considering just not ever streaming on Twitch again and just continuing to use DLive and YouTube and Mixer, because I don't know how you give these people positions of power. And you're going to see some new pretty shocking clips today in this video. But first, I'll go to Newsweek's defense. Twitch announces Safety Advisory Council while member immediately deals with meanies. On Thursday, Twitch Safety Advisory Council was announced, featuring professionals alongside a selection of streamers. One of those streamers is saying she is already receiving waves of harassment. The blog mentions that this board will support the growth of our community moving forward and have a selection of duties, including drafting new policies and policy updates. What if I told you that one of these members said that they think most gamers are white supremacists? Oh, but it gets even better than that, as I have the video evidence. So hold on to your butts, my friends. Twitch expects its users to uphold standards and practices, and users on the platform, we expect the same from Twitch as well. A member of the council, Case and P, who goes by Cup of Noodle on Twitch, told Newsweek, the guideline puts in place mean nothing if the rules are not enforced. In turn, when the rules are enforced, it should be clear and concise, not sporadic and selective. Hey, I don't know anything about Cup of Noodle. Hopefully there aren't all sorts of heinous clips of them out there, but I would 100% agree with this. Kaysen was first approached to be a member of the council at the beginning of the year during a meeting with the company to discuss perspectives and concerns in regard to Twitch as a platform. Pro player and member Kjetil Ruden Kipervik was invited to join in February. Kipervik has hope for the council, but ultimately it will come down to how seriously Twitch takes the feedback. We've seen Twitch make promises in the past about listening more to the community and trying to change things without seeing much happen. This will hopefully change that. I doubt it will. And perhaps seeing some of the things that are coming out of these people's mouths, it's probably for the best, honestly, like legitimately. Truly absurd things, like how white cis men have a distinct advantage in competitive gaming and that you should ban voice chat. What? And then one of them will use that, will have some sort of problem with disabilities, which we'll get into as well. Now, the council's already gotten off to a rocky start. Since the announcement of the council, Laura's been the target of online meanies after clips of her streams started getting shared on Reddit and Twitter. The front page of our Livestream Fails, which is dedicated to talking about Twitch and its culture, is covered in posts about her and the council. One is titled Twitch Staff BTW, features Laura getting her head scratched by her partner. Yeah, and also having like some sort of weird deergasm where she's charging $100 for an OnlyFans of that. Just, I mean, that's real. It has over 25,000 upvotes and comments like calling her nutcase and freak, alleging she has a mental illness. Well, I don't necessarily support any of those statements, but I can understand why people might think that, seeing that clip out of context. It's a demonstration of my sensitivity and honestly find it cute, Laura said. It wasn't pretty or meant to be, but it's meant to be to share something I know would be judged, to hopefully help people see me, that they're not like me, that they're not alone and accept themselves more. Sure, like all three of them, probably. Another clip taken for ammo from a stream is the content creator saying that having to use voice chat in video games creates an unfair environment, and that the only way to have a level playing field at the highest level of play is to not have voice chat. The statement, combined with her later clip, mentions that a lot of cis white male sounding voices are telling her voice chat isn't a problem, brought more hate her way. And rightfully so. These are opinions that are meant to be explored. I mean, I don't expect everything I say to be taken at face value. I don't know what Twitch streamers would either. Apparently, some do. The concept of voice chat requires people to reveal their linguistic profile, which can contain a lot of identity information. People can target you with meanness and judgment in game. Again, like I said, you could just use a voice changer if you're worried about that, right? She goes on to say, I'm getting mean people because I represent a lot of things people hate about diversity and acceptance. I'm different, and Twitch has platformed me. People believe me to be mentally ill for being different. People believe that I'm a threat to their video game mechanics. People don't like me for my pride, and they don't like that they have so little power over me. Wow, sounds very stunning and brave. Now, I will tell you that you do, in my opinion, represent a very real threat to Twitch streamers and gaming in general because of your poisonous opinions and now apparently the level of influence that you've been provided over Twitch. These are very real concerns. I don't think it's okay for people to make fun of you for having your weird, like, deer thing. That's fine. I mean, different strokes for different folks. I might laugh at it, but I would never expect you to stop it. It's not hurting anybody, so that's of course fine. But you can't get mad that people think it's a little bit weird. I mean, you got to have at least an ounce of self-awareness, right? The 3 council members have hope for the future of Twitch and their potential input. If nothing else, I hope the council can shed some light on concerns that we've all had between broadcasters and viewers alike. Ultimately, it comes down to how seriously Twitch takes the feedback. The meanness isn't stopping for Laura from working on the council, and those commenting should make their own judgments. Think for yourself. There's nothing wrong with me or letting me be me. Absolutely. You can be you all you want. But when you say and do things like I'm about to show people, it's concerning. Here we have a Twitch ambassador saying, this is, Twitch ambassador, second place finisher in Twitch Rivals Apex Legends TwitchCon 2019, here to tell you that mandatory voice chat in competitive games gives marginalized communities a distinct disadvantage by forcing them to choose between silence or abuse. So that's saying that if you use voice chat, you're automatically going to get meanness. And by the way, I don't buy this, because if you're talking about, especially at the competitive level, you're only queuing up with your friends and your teammates. Why would they be mean to you? It's your own team. You made that team presumably based on your skills in the game. They're not going to care about your voice. Also, like I've said, you could use a voice changer and make it a whole persona thing if you wanted. There are plenty ways around it. I mean, it's absurd. But then we see a reply. May as well remove everything from communications, right? League of Legends has one of the most toxic player bases yet, and I don't even have voice chat. Dyslexic people have a hard time reading and are at a disadvantage, so let's remove them from the chat system. Oh, they don't care about dyslexic people, considering she pushed my criticism away by using the point that I'm dyslexic. By the way, I think I'm mildly dyslexic too. Then she replies, I honestly do empathize, but you're using your disability to try and shut down my concerns about an entirely unrelated topic. So you can F right off. Sorry, not sorry. 14 replies, 2 likes. These are the type of people that are running Twitch. Here's a clip that Momology, great channel to follow. We cover a lot of similar topics, but he does it in a bite-sized fashion, which is great for a lot of people too. Let's just take a look at this clip.
I'm just not cool with white supremacy, y'all.
Cool. I'm not either.
Oh, it's really not that. I think a lot of you gamers are actually white supremacists.
Really? A lot of gamers are actually white supremacists.
Sorry. Just a fact of how I feel.
A fact, but of how I feel. Well, how you feel is not a fact. And the fact that you would say a lot of gamers are this terrible thing, and yet you are now in a position of power over those gamers. Are you crazy? what if I'd said, well, a lot of people that stream are I'm not even going to use an example that will get me in trouble. But I think you all know, if you watch my videos, that this is absurd. But Twitch not only supports this, but embraces it and promotes it. Why? Because, in my opinion, it's just a fact of my opinion that Twitch is more concerned with checking boxes than filling the needs and wants of their actual community. They want to parade people like this out there so that they can get the stunning and brave praise from mainstream media. But to be honest, this person does not represent even 1% of what streamers are on Twitch. So why wouldn't you... I mean, yes, taking into account smaller voices is important. But if I have a small team, I think I'm focusing... In business, there's something called the 80-20 rule, all right? This applies, like, so many different ways, you know. In small business or even large... In small business, you could say 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers. In this case, I would look at the effort of this Trust and Safety Council and say, let's 80-20 this. What is the 20% of things that we can focus on that is going to benefit 80% of the people? That's just good business. Sorry if you don't like it, people who obsess about 0.0007% of the population, but this is a fact of business. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.